Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Samantha. I'm a colour consultant and I have been helping people with their homes now and their colour schemes for over 23 years. I qualified at the School of Colour and Design in Sydney, and then I was also an educator on teaching future colour consultants there as well. So I have a lot of experience using colour, and I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of people with their exterior colour schemes and interiors, obviously. Anyway, today I'm talking about exteriors, so my mind is there, and I'm talking about two of the Colorbond colours that are really, really dark, and these are Monument and Woodland Grey. So two very favourite colours of mine, and I know from looking on the internet, a favourite of everyone else's too. Now, this is the difference between them. So we've got Colorbond Monument here and Colorbond Woodland Grey here. Now, I know that Colorbond Monument is a favourite of a lot of people because it is just so neutral. It's such a beautiful dark grey. Did you know it's actually quite a warm dark grey? So it doesn't have those blue undertones in it. And that actually makes it a really nice, approachable dark grey colour. Now, there's Colorbond Black too. It's called Colorbond Night Sky, but it's a true black. I only use that for things like occasionally for garage doors, but not often, for balustrades, that sort of thing. I would never use night sky on a roof because I just think it's too black and too dark. But Colorbond Monument really does look great on a roof. So if you don't put it next to black, it actually just looks like a really beautiful black. It looks like a lovely black tone. It's only when you put it next to pure black you can see, oh, actually it's a dark grey. And then when you put it up next to other greys, you can see, oh, it's a really beautiful warm dark grey. So if anything, it has a bit of a brown undertone, but it certainly doesn't ever appear as brown. So it's a great neutral to use for roofing, particularly if you're in a cold environment. I wouldn't use Colorbond Monument as a roof if you're up in Queensland, over in WA. You really would only use it in cooler regions. So you use it a lot in Canberra and Melbourne, etc., for roofs. But I do know that, you know, people are using it everywhere, but I do sometimes think it's a little bit too dark because it doesn't reflect the heat, so it can be a little bit hot for some climates. It is actually quite good though for hiding solar panels, so that's something to be aware of too when you're choosing your roof colour. It goes so well with so many different colours because it is just so neutral. I really, really like it for that reason. But I wanted to show you it with Colorbond Woodland Grey. Now, Woodland Grey used to be called Slate when the Colorbond colours changed. I think that was about 20 years ago or something. I remember Colorbond Slate, and you can still get that not as a Colorbond colour but as a paint colour, and they use it for quite a few colours for roofing, that sort of thing. And it's a little bit more neutral. It doesn't have quite such a green undertone, but I do find that this is such a great colour to use, Woodland Grey, because it's been around forever. And out of most of the other Colorbond colours, I've seen a lot go in and out of fashion. This one has just always looked good. So again, when you take it away from the monument, you can actually see that it's just a really nice dark grey, and you can see the green undertone in it, but it works so well for exteriors because so many exteriors are in green environments. So, you know, if you're on a suburban block and you're surrounded by beautiful trees, or if you're in a country setting and you're in the bush, then this can actually be a great option if you want a dark grey, but you don't want to go as dark as Monument. So I think both of them really have their place for roofing, for trim, windows and doors. Both of them are great for windows and doors, particularly Monument if you want more of a neutral colour. But on certain homes, Woodland Grey works really well too. And what you'll find if you're renovating property, it's quite likely if you're renovating it before Monument came out, that a lot of your windows would be Woodland Grey anyway. And so I would stick with that rather than spending a lot of money to change that. You can stick with that and work with it because it's still a beautiful neutral. It works perfectly with surf mist as well, and and a lot of other colours it will work with, because green is a lovely neutral colour. Your eye doesn't need to adjust to see green, so your eye is constantly adjusting to see colours at the other ends of the spectrum. So for example, if you're looking at reds and yellows and blues, your eye needs to adjust all the time, whereas it doesn't to see green. So that makes it a very calming colour and also a very neutral grey to use. So don't dismiss it. If you do want something that is a little bit softer than Monument, don't dismiss that, because it could be an option for you. And also, if you do have an older home and you've got Woodland Grey on it, don't dismiss it, because there are so many beautiful greyish tones, whites, etc., that really, because it's so neutral, work perfectly with it. So that's my take on these two beautiful dark Colorbond colours. I have a rundown with examples of both over on my website. So if you pop over there and look at my blog and do a search for either Monument or Woodland Grey in the search bar, you'll find the article, and that has examples so that you can actually see it on houses, and I talk a little bit more about how you can use it and which colours you can use it with there. So head on over there. I've got lots of other things to see on my website to help you too. If you're building or renovating a home, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow me on Instagram, and I will update you on lots of other colours that, if you're building or renovating, will be really useful for you. So thanks very much for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.